Hello everyone, Tanak here. Welcome to episode 123 of Building My Industrial Empire in EVE Online. Let's start with the progress report. You can see that my net worth plus that of the corporation is now at 302 billion ISK. Comparing to last week is a plus 1 bill compared to last week, so it was a very slow week, which we basically just outpaced our fuel consumption a little bit. Actually, part of that is Tanak, which I did do like a good amount of riding this week, at least a little bit, but I did lose some ship too. So, but overall, there's a little progression on that part, but not a big deal. And again, I'm not really pushing to make money. If I want to play the game, I can easily make a bill a week. But I think most of the progression here is probably skill point. My wallet is probably like plus 400 mil or something, but I was not pushing it at all. If I push it, I can make more than a bill a week now. So, but again, this is what you want to do in game. So anyway, that's pretty much it. So stable week, not much to say about that part. Now HR. We are now at 457 people, so that's actually a -5 compared to last week. It's one guy with his alt, but it is a significant loss for the corporation. There was one pilot who was one of the older member in WOMP, and he wanted to try to do something else in game. So it's always sad to see people leave, but that's something that we have to live with in the corporation. So anyway, that's that. It is what it is. At some point, I wish I could have made life more interesting here. We do depend on a lot of other, like any corp that is part of larger group in kind of a war like we have now. There's a limit to the flexibility and to what we can do. Our guys do roaming, our guys do building, we do sub warfare, but I mean, we don't do wormhole, we don't do eviction, we don't. There's stuff that we don't do just by the nature of our corp, and these are stuff that we wanted to try. So I mean that's normal. It's a vast game, so there's stuff for everybody in the game. But anyway, again, what is a lot more worrying is not as much WOMP, which is still stable week after week, though we do have less active player in PvP, but that's because War was less active this week. The big problem, again, is the game in general. 19k average. There was a little bit of a dead cat bounce like a week ago. But it's still down, and I'll talk about it now. The announcement that they're raising the subscription price, I don't think it is a big deal per se of the actual price compared to the inflation that we have, and at least personally it wouldn't affect me at all. But it's not the amount of money, it's how tone deaf it is when you're in a situation where you know that the game has been hurting. You know that you are, if you look at this year, you are in like the biggest slump, and you look, generally speaking, the number are dropping and dropping. They just do that, and even worse before summer. So, and you know that there's always a drop in summer. For me, it's just bad timing, bad everything. I can understand that if the player base is shrinking and they got fixed costs, they need to increase revenue to pay for those fixed costs. That is very understandable as a company, but the way to do it, the timing of it is really bad. What I would have done if I was working at CCPs is I probably would have polled the player base to explain the situation. Say, okay, we got fixed costs. They are increasing because of inflation. Programmers are asking for more money. Server cost is higher and everything. So we need to increase revenue. How would it least affect you? And then propose some stuff. Propose an increase of subscription if in among the choices. I don't know, station skin could work. Whatever more different type of cosmetic stuff. There's even the package that they did before. Because they had people that were up in flame against the retriever that you could buy, but given multiple choice of monetization package, at least people would have felt that they had a say in it. Now it's just, okay, we're increasing the cost. And Eve is a lot based on alt. Most of the hardcore player, have multiple accounts. So what's going to happen is that you're going to have, let's say, somebody is playing with 3-4 accounts. He might not quit Eve, but he might drop down to 2. So I think I don't know. I think it's a mistake, and I think it's gonna hurt the player base. But we'll see, because end of the day, unless you're really starving for cash, it's still a lot cheaper to play Eve than to go one night out at the movie. You make your money in a night. So that's it. There's not much else to discuss about this. It is what it is, but I think it's pretty tone deaf in the timing of it, and the way that they are pushing it forward. So that was it for the HR part. Again, we're still recruiting. We are talking with actually 2 Corp right now, where there might be possibly something where they would work with us. Not sure if we haven't fleshed out yet if it would be as member of WOMP or as allied living in WOMP space or stuff. So we still need to finish the discussion on that, but hopefully this lead to something. Again, we are in a situation that, and I'm mixing geopolitical because it is very linked with HR. Right now, if you look at our constellation here, we have no issue maintaining our constellation, maintaining our ADM. As you can see, they're still pretty good. You have no issue fueling our station and system, but we're not at a point where we could lead an offensive war, or at least not on a large scale. Now, let's say we wanted to grab some place, like our biggest enemy are right now are Fi.Re. So let's say we wanted to grab some place here, or here. There is the possibility of pushing, of maybe grabbing a system or 2 if we could push, but we need the number, and then we need the number to maintain it. And also currently they're still being carried by Horde and Tests, so we can't really push. And again, on defensively, they've been trying to push from their side too, except this week, and they haven't been able to break into catch. So it's kind of a stalemate. How do you break a stalemate? By having more warm body to throw in the fight. That's one of the way to do it. and again, we are in a comfortable place right now, so that we got no reason to move. For a member, we're super happy with the coalition, with the way people like the ambiance and the dynamic here. So we got no reason to go somewhere else. But we can't really expand without more number. So we're trying to get some number right now. And again, growth stimulate recruitment. So it's sometimes it feels like it's a little bit of a catch-22, but we'll see. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say for HR. War was super calm this week. Not much. Again, our main enemy is like, if you want to see what's happening in our space, you actually have to go all the way to Fitabolis to see that they have been completely pushed. So they have been Fi.Re has been completely pushed out of Tenerife. Out of Fitabolis. I don't know if Imperium's going to push all the way into Tenerife or not, but at least that Fitabolis was pretty much completely glassed at this point. So we'll see how it goes after that. But they have been busy there, so they haven't been. I'm guessing they haven't been pushing into catch because of that. There was a situation where while their space was getting last, they were coming into catch to try and pick up fight, to try and score some win. We did have some big battle, but we resisted all the time, and we actually hold our own and probably made them waste more resources than they expected. So this week there was no big push into catch. There was one attempt to shoot a structure that was anchoring. We formed up and we just chased them around system, our own constellation, for a while. I actually personally managed to lose a ship because I was a little bloodlust and I didn't listen to the FC, so that one was my own fault. Here, where the FC called for, I expected him to call for to anchor and start shooting, but he called to burn back the gate and jump, so I got shot. Again, you should always listen to your FC when you're in fleet. And this other kill here, this other death here was me going to Rome with the guy, and that's kind of expected too. I am in a place in game where I'm trying to get. I've never was a good PvP pilot, and I never claimed to be. Again, I'm good at picking my fight and knowing where to be to like which bat. I know the geopolitical situation, so I managed to be on the good side, or the side that can win most of the time. Again, I don't have 100% average, but I'm not a good PvP pilot. So that's something I want to work on a little bit to become a better pilot myself. So I'm gonna probably start throwing. You're gonna see a lot more red on my kill board, so I'm gonna start throwing some small stuff, and just to get better at piloting my ship, which will give me something also to do in game. But anyway, so the big fight this week was actually not even us, was Dracarys fighting Fi.Re, and we went to third party and whore on some kill. So that's the one over here, which was happening next door in Tenerife. So it is what it is. Very, very calm week this week regarding to the whole war and situation, and it does show again 56 active in PvP. It's not because our number online have dropped that much. It's really because when there's a big fight, well, most of your pilots will at least score a kill, so they'll show up on Z kill, a week like this where there's no large fleet battle, you do look a lot smaller on paper. So that's pretty much it. Do I have any? I don't have much else to say right now. Again, we're taking this 1 week at a time. I'm very curious to see what the impact of the price change will have, and will we see like an instant drop or something? And with the summer arriving, as somebody that loved the game, well, and I mean that care for this game, that care for this corp, I'm worried about the state of the game and the timing of that announcement. But we'll see. I don't want to be like Tanak is saying Eve is dying or something. It's just looking bad right now. But we'll see. Anyway, again, management 101, focus on what you can do, what you can fix, and don't waste too much energy on what you can't fix. So right now in Corp, we're focusing on doing more small gang stuff, trying to at least keep our member entertained. They're going on nightly roam. We're gonna do some training fleet. Again, try to push for industry a little more, and basically keeping the people busy to have something to do in game, because that's kind of the thing you are when you're an FC or when you're a CEO in a corp. So you're a little bit of a content manager, and so that's it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed my rambling this week. If you got any question, just ask. I'm always happy to answer. If you want to reach me in game, feel free. I always answer all my mail and everything. So see you guys next week. Bye bye.